Right, okay. One of the main reasons before we ever do any exercise, we'll take you through a few tests. They will be either movement based and also passive based. Reason for that is there might be any underlying issues or injuries that the athlete might be unaware of. So therefore, if we have more information, it'll give us, if anything, a starting point to go from. So for example, if the hamstrings are tight, then it'll be something that you're going to have to look into before you give them some sort of lower body program. Okay, Pam, get your line in bed. What we tend to do is we will always look at the main joints. So like we won't take anything. Like there is a lot of tests that you can do, but majority of the times, if you look at the main joints, they'll tell you enough about your body. And also when you do the active test, and then you go through any strength tests and stuff, it all becomes clear. But initially we'll just take a passive range of motion test on most of the joints. So we'll always start on the ankles. I will test it in supination, pronation, see if there's any clinks, any movement problems. Test for leg length consistency. If there is any, you'll look at whether or not if it's muscular or if it is structural. If it's structural, then obviously you'll have to make a note of that. But chances are he'll also really know himself whether or not he has a structural issue. Also, you will ask him if there are any underlying injuries that he has. If he does, then he'll tell us, and then that all becomes clear as well. So yeah, starting from the ankles, we'll test the ankle. You'll feel around and pick your quad, looking at calves, peroneus, flexor digit bone, anything around those areas that tend to be tight. Because if those areas tend to be tight, it might affect the hips. Yeah. Then we'll look at obviously hamstrings, quads, splits. So we'll take it for a range of motion test. Looking for any tension problems. So we're basically just looking at when the hamstrings switch on. So this one signifies that the hamstring is tight. Ideally want something to come up quite high, but you are looking for when the firing pattern happens. We'll size up the hips, look at where the hips sit. Then we'll take the hips for internal and external rotation. So again, you're looking for any passive tension. So here we're looking at the pelvis. For example, Tam, his internal rotation is really tight. So I'll probably be looking at glutes med, glutes min, those kind of things. Make a note of it. That might affect the warm-ups and also might affect the exercises that you choose for prescribing when you're going on some sort of training protocol. Right, lie facing that wall side on. Okay, now I'll test the quads, test the hip flexors, IT band, TFL. So yeah, make a note of that again. Tam's hips, they show that he has a lot of neural tension in them because his hamstrings are tight and his quads are tight. Internal rotation in the hips tight, sorry. So it might actually show something like a glute weakness. We don't know, but like I say, it gives you a starting point, and then when you start doing more active tests and you take them through the gym floor, and you start doing some more training-based tests, it will actually start to correlate most of the information together. But here, for example, the quads and hamstrings are tight, so I make a note of that. Okay. So here I'm just feeling around the QLs, thoracolumbar fascia space, and I'm just basically looking for any tension, any knots and stuff like that. Normally what you find people tend to have quite a tight lower back, and the core's weak, or they're not doing enough lower back training. So his are fine. So his are fine, then I'll probably make get him do a hip extension test. Just relax, straight leg, relax, relax, relax. It's really just to test his glutes where they back there. Okay? Then, come on, faster. Okay, one side. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Okay, so his glutes don't fire. You can do also, there are other, like I say, there are other tests that you can do to test for hip rotation. Just take a, let your knees fall to your side, let your legs fall to your side, let them drop. Come on, drop that. Keep them up, keep, yeah, drop. Hold them in, try and twist them out, stop. Okay, so there again, same again, his hips don't rotate. So you'll be able to make a note of that as well. But there are a lot of tests you can do. We only take the basic main ones, like I say, because when you put the passive test in with an active test, it might give you a totally different concept. The most important thing is you're consistently judging, you're consistently assessing where the problems lie. Okay, got that right? Test for any rotator cuff issues, any clamps. See the tabs tight in the external rotation. Okay, same again. Testing for the rotator cuff issues. If he did have any underlying problems, he would have told me. That shows actually he's tighter in the external rotation than he is in internal. What I tend to find through my tests is when the majority of people are tighter in external rotation, actually have very, very good upper back strength and upper back musculature. For people that tend to be like office workers and people that bench too much and don't do enough balancing on their shoulders, they'll tend to be internal rotation tight. Same again, you can take this a little bit further. You can look at range of motion, how many degrees it's when, what the difference is between internal and external rotation, what is the full range of motion in the shoulder, blah blah blah. But like the most important thing is to correlate the information so it gives you a starting point. So for me, I won't take it that serious unless it was somebody that actually had to throw for a living, or for javelin for a baseball pitcher or something like that. So bend your legs, put it on the bed. My hands. Deep breath. Breathe out. Okay, so you see his left side is slightly tighter than his right, the left lat is slightly tighter. Probably also his pec minors are tight as well. Then you can probably, whenever you see that there's tightness there, you'll test the teres minor, serratus anterior, sorry. Looking at whether or not it holds the scapula in place. Fine, no problems there. Cool.
So, is that us done?
No.
No, okay.
Yeah, when you stand, face that way, let your posture set. Okay, from that, we'll take a posture analysis. Posture analysis is good because it gives us like a general indication of where his weaknesses lie. And like you say, if there's any other underlying problems that we might not know about, that we never got from the passive test, this will show up. So look at head position, shoulder position, elbow position, hip position, knee position, ankle position. In theory, you should be able to drop a plumb line that makes a straight line. So from here you'll see that his head's slightly forward in comparison to his shoulder. Elbow slightly forward in comparison to his shoulder. Elbow slightly forward in front of the hips. Knee slightly back from where the hip is. And the same with the ankle. So for us, we'll actually make a note of, like, for example, upper cross syndrome. Make a note of his hip position, his hip slightly anterior rotated, causing that knee to be hyperextended, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. So when you make a note of the main joints, you write it down. Same again, it can help with choosing the correct type of exercises. Okay?
Gangbang.